Chapter 14 Heaven-Defying Cultivation Speed. As long as there's no trouble, then it's fine. Yi Xinxia's heart finally settled down. Xinxia, I have already dealt with those people. They won't bother you anymore. Mo Fan placed the wheelchair in front of Yi Xinxia. I saw lightning. It seems to be the primary rank skill of lightning element, lightning strike. Yi Xinxia said. As Mo Fan heard this, he began to feel a sense of pride. However, he smiled without saying a word. He used his broken eyes to look at Yi Xinxia. Yi Xinxia felt something wasn't right. She carefully thought about it before astonishment flashed in her eyes. The one activating lightning strike was Big Brother Mo Fan? Mo Fan didn't admit to it. He just stood there with a smile. It really was you. Big Brother Mo Fan is a mage? Yi Xinxia said with a hint of disbelief. Ha ha. You are the first person to witness my true power. Mo Fan said suddenly with a headstrong tone before Yi Xinxia's delicate and cute face. Yi Xinxia didn't anticipate this sneak attack. A red flush immediately filled her cheeks. It even reached down to her neck. Only then did Mo Fan realize that he was being a bit too relaxed. He hastily began to explain, I'm sorry, I got a bit too excited. Yi Xinxia replied with a low voice, then, did you really become a mage? Mo Fan nodded. Our teacher said only 1 out of 1,000 can awaken lightning element. The primary level of lightning element holds a great advantage, so much of it can be said to be the best primary ranked element. In this moment, Yi Xinxia began to feel happy for Mo Fan. Yi Xinxia was clear on the situation at home, even more so after she became a member of the family and gave Uncle Mo Jiaxing more unnecessary pressure. According to Auntie, Uncle Mo Jiaxing had already sold their house. It seems as if their poverty had reached a definite point. Both her and Mo Fan were still young. It's difficult for them to help Mo Jiaxing. What Mo Fan could do was study hard and become a genuine mage. Only then would they be able to relieve the current family crisis. It seems like Big Brother Mo Fan was indeed amazing. He had unexpectedly learned magic in such a short period of time. That's not right. Suddenly, Yi Xinxia came to a realization. She looked at Mo Fan with her beautiful eyes which hinted that she wanted to say something. Mo Fan replied in earnest, what's wrong? It hasn't even been half a year since you awakened. According to what is known, even people who have a high innate talent require nearly a year to completely activate the primary rank skills. Yi Xinxia said. Mo Fan was dumbstruck. No way, even people with a high innate talent need nearly a year's worth of time to go from awakening to activation? Then, me being able to completely use the primary skills after half a year is indeed a bit too quick. The thing was, Mo Fan didn't know anything about this. That blockhead Mu Bai was already able to grasp 4 or 5 stars. From how he saw it, wasn't it normal that he, himself, could already activate magic? However, why did Yi Xinxia's surprised face give off the feeling as if she was looking at a monster? Could it be that being able to learn the primary rank skill within half a year was an extremely abnormal thing in this world? That possess a high innate talent, even someone that possesses high innate talent needs a year. What kind of level does that speak of? Mo Fan cautiously asked. Mo Fan didn't want to expose the fact that he knew almost nothing about this world. Mu Ningzhu is considered the most talented person within our Bo City. Her talent even surpasses numerous genius-level students in the Empire. However, she needed 8 months to go from the awakening to learning the ice element's primary skill. Yi Xinxia said. 8 months? Mo Fan felt a bit stunned when he heard this. What kind of existence was Mu Ningzhu? She was the only person who was directly recruited by the Empire Institution in the entirety of Bo City. She's also the most beloved person of the entire Mu clan. She had received the entire Mu clan's inherited magic training methods. The kind of resources which a common mage would never receive in their entire life. The reason behind her being viewed as an important figure, as well as her astonishing magic talent, was closely related to that. Even an extremely arrogant person like her needed 8 months to go from awakening to the activation of primary magic. What about Mo Fan, who only needed 5 months? Holy crap, Mo Fan felt his heart viciously surging. If Mu Ningzhu shocked the world with 8 months and was classified as a heavenly genius by the people, wouldn't his own 5 months be completely heaven-defying? Big Brother Mo Fan, did you learn something bad? I heard from an old scholar that this kind of cultivation speed is only possible with people from the Black Church, Yi Xinxia whispered. The Black Church had some demonic magic method that could substantially raise a mage's cultivation speed. Yi Xinxia really couldn't think of any other way that could allow someone to complete primary magic in just a short 5 months, even though Yi Xinxia knew her big brother Mo Fan's intelligence surpasses others. The Black Church? How is that possible? Is that so? Oh, right. I actually didn't awaken on the day of opening ceremony. I got to know an old man way before that. He told me, "Kid, I see that your bones are unusually good. Your talent exceeds others. Why don't you let me teach you magic?" And at that time, I asked who he was. He told me he was a member of the Magic City's Magic Association. He could help me awaken in advance. In short, I actually didn't learn magic in 5 months. Mo Fan reacted by quickly explaining this. As Yi Xinxia listened to his explanation, she became confused. However, she still replied with a big smile, "Oh, so you actually awakened in advance." Awakening too early would cause side effects to the cultivation. However, if it's the people from the Magic Association, then there shouldn't be any large issues. As Mo Fan saw that Yi Xinxia no longer asked any questions, he finally sighed in relief. "Sheet, I really am a monster. It seems like I shouldn't reveal too many things before I completely understand this world. Is it true, it's only those from the Black Church that can finish their cultivation in 5 months?" Mo Fan asked faintly. Yes, Yi Xinxia nodded in sincerity. Mo Fan felt cold sweat. Being too amazing wasn't a good thing. Originally, Mo Fan wanted to surprise Yi Xinxia with the fact that he also possessed the fire element. However, now it seemed like it would be better to not be reckless while he still hadn't understood the circumstances. I should go back and consult the books first and fully understand the situation, just to have some warranty. If not, I'll be branded as someone from the Black Church and then be dealt with. Chapter 15 Tales of the Demons. After taking Yi Xinxia back to her aunt's place and having dinner with them, Mo Fan wanted to continue practicing the lightning element magic. However, when he began to do his usual practice on control, he began to feel a headache, so bad it was as though his head was splitting apart. It was the kind of feeling that was like playing League of Legends for 3 days straight without sleep in an internet cafe. It was as though his entire being was about to drop dead. What kind of situation is this? It's the feeling of having a low spirit. Is it because I used lightning strike twice today? Is it due to lightning element's magic being excessively used that led to me feeling spiritually fatigued? Is there a mistake? If we count in the time in the bus where I didn't completely activate it, then I've only used lightning strike twice today, and that caused my damn mana to be completely drained? Originally, I thought spending 5 months worth of time to meditate would cause the magic capacity within my stardust to be tremendous. Who would have thought that using lightning strike twice would cause the entire lightning element stardust to feel completely dismal? The lightning element's stardust used to be gorgeous and colorful within the spiritual world. The purple radiance reflected by the 7 stars were like a beautiful painting of the starry sky. However, right now, the stardust lost its radiance as it sunk into the darkness. At first, Mo Fan was slightly scared. Fortunately, after he loosened up and started to rest, the lightning stardust began to slowly recover its radiance, although very slowly. It seems like the stardust isn't bright enough. Every time I use magic, the stardust will lose a bit of its radiance. When the stardust is completely dark, it means the energy within it has been completely used up. The stardust contains magic energy. No wonder why the homeroom teacher, Shui Misheng, would stress all day, saying, even if it's boring, you still need to maintain meditation. If a talented mage doesn't diligently meditate, they could become mediocre. These words could basically mean, so what if your skill is incredible? If you don't have the mana, then you're just a drag. Forget it. Let's not think about this. I should hurry up and sleep, or else I'll really pass out. As he was holing up in his room, he slept until dawn. Yi Xinxia was lovable. It was almost noon, yet she didn't wake him up. Mo Fan got out of his bed feeling energetic. He easily entered a meditative state and scanned his own stardust. He discovered that most of the stardust was shining brightly. It would probably completely recover its former radiance very soon. Oh right, I shouldn't reveal my lightning element to outsiders. Although this is a society governed by law, it could still cause people to be jealous. An example would be the Mu family, which is capable of covering the heavens with the point of a finger. It seems like I still need to cultivate the fire element. This way it'd be easier to fool other people. Mo Fan brushed his teeth as he pondered over this question. However, I only have so much energy in a single day. How can I cultivate the lightning element while I cultivate the fire element as well? The reason as to why Mo Fan was able to activate the lightning element's skill in just a mere 5 months was because he spent all of his cultivation time on the lightning element. No matter how fascinating and charming the fire element was, Mo Fan still remained single-minded toward the lightning element. The annual magic examination is in roughly half a year. If I don't want to reveal the lightning element's power this early, then I ought to concentrate all of my attention on cultivating the fire element in the next school semester and reach the point where I can activate the primary skill of fire element. Although, if I were to do this, then that'd mean the progress of lightning element would be at a standstill for half a year. I need to meditate. The stardust won't become stronger without a reason. Mo Fan made a few adjustments to his meditation schedule. There was a bit more than 6 months left before the annual magic examination. Mo Fan planned to distribute 10 hours of what he could handle every day, 8 hours on cultivating the fire element and 2 hours to gently grow the lightning element. This way, the lightning element's growth may be very slow, but it will at least maintain his proficiency in control. Spending 8 hours every day to cultivate the fire element was already much greater compared to students who were only capable of meditating for 5 hours. His aunt, Mo Ching, came back home from work during lunch. Aunt Mo Ching is the most normal woman ever. She's thin with a yellow face, and she was a very good person. Mo Fan, you're back. I've heard from your dad that you're fully concentrating on cultivating at Tianlan Magic High. You must really do your best. If you were able to become a primary mage, then you'd bring honor to the ancestors of our Mo family. Mo Ching said, a primary mage and I'd be bringing honor to the ancestors? How many generations have we been poor? Sigh, I don't know if I am ready. Where's your husband? Why haven't I seen him around? Mo Fan asked. He's delivering goods to the hunters in the mountains. I really don't understand how a normal person like him could possibly have the courage to go into the mountains. If he were to encounter a magical beast, it could swallow him in one gulp. Mo Ching complained. Aren't the magical beasts in the primitive mountains quite a distance from our city? Mo Fan said. This world was different from the world he was familiar with. Outside of the city, in the magic world, resided numerous magical beasts that threatened the lives of humankind. Not even to mention, common people were afraid of setting foot in those areas. Even magicians tended to lose their lives out there. Haven't you seen the warning issued by the Hunters Union? Recently, the magical beasts have gotten restless. There have been many signs of magical beasts emerging outside of our Bo City. Thus, they have especially been warning the normal folks to not take a step outside of the safety zones. Mo Ching said, isn't that a bit too much? Mo Fan said with a smile. Although Mo Fan was new to this, he still read a lot of books. The magical beasts are generally far away from the cities where humans reside. Moreover, there were renowned organizations like the Magic Association, Hunters Union, and large magic families who cleaned up on a regular basis to ensure the safety of the people within the city. You've studied so much that you've become dumb. Think about it. Which mayor doesn't want their city to prosper in peace? Even if magical beasts were to invade, they would still say the situation is under their control in order to avert panic. The truth is, there have always been magical beasts in the vicinity of the city. There are even some within the city. It's just we, the common people, don't really see them. Mo Ching whispered. Mo Fan was surprised as he heard this, but he still said with a forced smile, Aunt, you're too paranoid. Little boy, you still won't believe me. Then, let me tell you something that actually happened. This happened. Don't say that your aunt loves listening to gossip all day. You should know that I work in the hospital's logistics department. Uh-huh. Mo Fan nodded. Fortunately, Mo Ching didn't say she was working at some sacred institution, or else Mo Fan's balls would really hurt as he wouldn't know anything. There was an evening where I went to deliver medicine for wounds to the doctor in charge. However, there was a person in the operation room who seemed to be a healing element mage. He chewed out our Dr. Wang, saying, even if you are a healing element apprentice, you shouldn't be so stupid to not know how to differentiate poison marsh and poison water. Also, these people are under a demonic spell, which is why they look lifeless. Go, don't be a burden here. Go find the people from the Hunters Union and have them find the evil-eyed marsh beast, or else there'll be more injured people in this area. Mo Qing moved closer. She spoke with a very cautious tone to Mo Fan. As Mo Fan saw Mo Qing's expression, he didn't feel like she was making things up. Don't tell me the magical beasts are actually so close to the city, with some being within the city? This is quite scary. Magical beasts were monsters that eat people. If you were to come across one, then death would certainly be imminent.